Hey guys, it's Sunday. Happy Easter! I'm not religious, so I'm not going to church or anything. I'm only at Easter brunch with my mother, my brother, and his girlfriends. That's pretty nice. So, yeah. This week's topic is self-bullying. Yeah, I think self-bullying. A lot of people do it. When I was little, I was bullied. Um, and most of the time it leads to self-bullying. So yeah, I did it. Yeah, you start to think that you are really weird and that you are a freak when people say that to you. Like everybody says that, and yeah, when people say you are weird and you are a freak, you start to think that, and you're going to blame yourself that you are a freak or something. I always get insecure about everything I do. If I do something right, uh, I don't want to do things wrong, because I don't want to people that they get a um, wrong idea of me, or that I do something wrong. um, and I get angry about myself about thinking that. When I was little, I didn't do anything about the bodies. I was very shy and insecure about myself, so I didn't do anything about it. I was going to judo, but you also learn that you can't hit somebody if you're not getting in a fight. So it was normally mentally bullying than physically. So I didn't do anything about it. And to get my frustrations out, because I was angry. I was I was angry inside all the time. Um, I was sort of playing games with myself. That there was somebody out there that was hurting me or something. So uh, I I had to play a game with myself and a sort of mentally uh, hurting myself or something. Um, yeah, when I had sort of imaginary guy that was hitting me or something. And yeah. I always get angry at myself when I do something wrong. So I think about it a lot and think, why did I do that? You were stupid, that kind of stuff. I'm a perfectionist, so I want to do everything right and I don't want to screw things up. Um, for myself, I have to do everything perfect. People can make mistakes, but I can't. Um, and I get angry at myself for thinking that. I think a lot, so I also bully myself for how I look. I get reading about my muscles and how weak I am. I get really angry at myself about it. When I'm lifting something, my arms are shaking, or when I'm in a position for a long time, my arms are going to get like shaking. I get really angry about myself because I can't not do something about it, and I really hate it. So I get really angry about myself for being that way. Um, and I get really angry about myself by that I don't eat enough. And I don't have the discipline to eat. And because when I'm feeling depressed, I I don't eat. I don't want to eat or something. My appetite my appetite will go away or something. And I just want to lie in my bed and doing nothing. And I also get really angry about it, that I'm doing that. Because I know that I'm almost underweighted, and especially when I'm depressed, when I'm feeling depressed, I don't eat that much. So I get more underweighted, and I get really angry about myself for doing that. If people say things to me, it can stay in my head for like forever. When people say things to me, and then when I'm going to bed, I think about it a lot, and I think, why do people say that? What do they mean about that? And almost after every conversation that I had with somebody, I said something wrong, or I didn't say something, and I get angry about myself for not saying these things I wanted to say because people didn't understand what I meant. And I get angry about myself for not doing that. Yeah. But I also noticed that I do a lot these days is when I'm going to fence, when I'm fencing, and we're doing exercise and it doesn't work out. I do it wrong. I get angry about myself for not doing it right, and I start to hit myself with my leg or smack myself with my saber to my head with my mask on. I get really angry about myself if it doesn't work out. And even when I'm fencing with somebody, I have a couple of reflexes that I do all the time when people are attacking me, and I get really frustrated about it. I do those things and I can't handle it or something. And I get really angry at myself for doing that, and I want to make a point and it doesn't work out. I know I don't. I have to think, yeah, it's going wrong, and yeah, so what? But in my head is like, no, it's a very big deal, and you have to think about it a lot, all day. And I get really frustrated about it, and I get angry at myself again, and yeah. So that was self-bullying for so far. It's a pretty long video, sorry guys. Oh, by the way, I'm going to cut my hair, so I really hate my hair like now. So I'm going to cut it shorter in the back. I want to get all of this shorter, and then only this has to be long or something. But yeah. So maybe next week you see me with a new haircut, if it's working out. That I go to hairdresser or something. So that was it. I don't know what next week's topic is, but Sakura will let you know. So happy holidays, happy Easter for today and tomorrow. If you're going to church or something, I don't know. Have fun. Bye guys.